Guys, welcome back. I feel like I always have like a bleh voice right when I start my videos. Maybe I need to do like vocal warm-ups or something, but anyhow, welcome back guys. Today is another palette of the week video, and this is a very exciting one. It is the first palette that I have purchased this year of 2018. My sister made me buy it, Emma Mae. Check out her channel, I'll link it below. And it is the Too Faced Clover palette. This is limited edition. When I purchased mine, they were sold out on both Ulta and Sephora, but they did have it on the Too Faced website, which is where I purchased mine. At the time that I purchased this, you did get a sample size travel shadow insurance by Too Faced, and also a mini Better Than Sex mascara. So it's nice to get freebies, and then you always get a couple of samples. I don't remember the ones that I got, but anyhow, I love this palette. And if you're interested in knowing what I thought about it this week, while I tested it out, and I think I actually did 4 or 5 looks, which will be in this video as well, then just keep on watching. The cost of this palette here is $49 on the Too Faced website. At the time they were having a promo, like I said, where you got the free primer and the free mascara, and therefore no other promo codes would apply to this one. So it's $49. And what they say on the Too Faced website is, whoever said diamonds are a girl's best friend never met Clover. Too Faced co-founders Jared and Jeremy's adorable fur baby. Inspired by our mini Chihuahua mascot, this limited edition eyeshadow collection features 18 brand new matte and shimmer shades in exclusive Clover packaging. It's puppy love at first sight. It includes our signature glamour guide with 3 looks that you always get with Too Faced palettes. And then also, I thought this was really cool and made me feel, you know, good about buying and sort of investing in this palette and what it stands for. And it said, to celebrate the launch of our Clover palette, we are donating $250,000 to Best Friends Animal Society. So I think that's great. That's a pretty significant donation. I'm sure that they can do something with that. And then the details, it says the first ever TooFaced.com exclusive palette. I'm not for sure what they mean by that, because you could buy it at both Ulta and Sephora, so it wasn't really exclusive to TooFaced.com, even though that's where I purchased it. And then it says 18 brand new shades in gorgeous neutrals and bright pops of color for limitless looks. Rich, high pigmented shadows offer true color payoff. This product is formulated without gluten and parabens, and it is cruelty-free, because it'd be kind of ridiculous for all the animal hype if it wasn't cruelty-free. Our inspiration. Inspired by Jared and Jeremy's mini Chihuahua, this limited edition eyeshadow collection captures the playful spirit of Clover with gorgeous neutrals to match his milk and caramel colored fur, and bright pops of color to match his lovable personality. Plus, all 18 new shades are named and packaged with our favorite mascot in mind. So, are you ready to see this thing or what? I saw this palette, I saw it before my sister had it, but when I saw it in person and swatched some of these colors, I was absolutely blown away. I had it on my wish list for a very long time. In fact, until it was sold out at both places that I would normally order from. And I finally just did it, because I mean, yes, there are some neutrals in here. You know, you have this this color right here, which is called Chihuahua, I believe. Yes. And then this darker brown right here, which is called Fur Baby. This here is another brown that has almost like a plum shift to it. And then you have this shade right here, which is called Paw Print, and it's like a dusty plum color. Those are about the extent of the neutrals in here. Everything else is either a shimmer or a pop of color. There we go. See if we can hold it right here. But it's a colorful palette. I had a huge amount of fun working with this week. You guys are going to love the demo I did. It is a sunset inspired look. that my sister did over on her channel. I will link her tutorial below because I just did a demo for this week's video so you could see how I did it or how I recreated Emma's look, but I will link her channel as well as that video below. So yeah, I think it's pretty amazing. You do get 18 grams of product in here, which means each shadow is 1 gram, which is a pretty good amount in comparison to some brands like Lorac shadows, etc. I did use it all week in conjunction with this Too Faced shadow insurance. I don't know, you know what it is. I just thought it was fitting and appropriate to use their primer with their product. And then I did use from the Huda Beauty this week. The one thing it's missing in this palette, probably the only thing in my opinion that's missing from this palette, is a matte bone or white shade for setting my primer. So I use this one out of the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette all week just for setting down my primer. So that is that. I love the look that I have on today. I wasn't necessarily going to use this palette today, but then I realized I didn't at all this week use one of the shades that made me buy this palette. And I'm going to show it to you now. It's called Best Friends. It is this shade right here. You can probably see that it has a turquoise shift or reflect to it. And the base is sort of like a brownish plum. I call it an oil slick shade because that's exactly what it looks like. It looks, you know, like if you would see oil under a car and the sun would shine on it, or, you know, whatever. You get the point, right? But this is what it looks like. It's got a brownish plum shade. The base is almost similar to this neutral that I told you about called Cuddle Buddy. Up here, it's a brown, like a chocolatey brown, but with a plum, you know, hue to it as well. And this is, the base to this is very similar to that. It's, you know, chocolatey brown, but it also has a note of plum in it. But the shift or the reflect is turquoise. And if you guys don't know it by now, I love turquoise. I like it on my eyes. I like it in my decorating. I like to wear teal. So it's like this palette was made for me. So those are the logistics of this, everything that you need to know. Right here, I'm going to insert some swatches and then the demo, and then we'll come back for my final thoughts. here are my final thoughts. This is my full review. I will give you my honest opinions as always. First of all, this packaging could not be more ridiculous in a totally adorable way. This guy right here in the middle is supposed to be Clover. You've got a narwhal. I mean, it's just nonsense, but it's absolutely adorable. Like, if this palette was not $50, I would probably buy it for my daughter because the colors are fun, the packaging is fun, it's sturdy, it's their typical metal metal packaging with a magnetic closure. I will give you a quick little gander. It does have a mirror with, you know, again, here is Clover with the Clover balloons, and then you get all of these shades. I was absolutely blown away by the cool looks that I got this week. Today, what I'm wearing on my eyes is, you know, I use these two right here for transition and to start building up the crease. Then I use Cuddle Buddy right here to deepen the outer part of the crease. I went in with Best Friends, which is that oil slick shade on the outer half of my lid. And then I went in with this gorgeous teal, which is called Spoiled, on the inner half of my lid. And then this white shade right here is called Puppy Eyes. And a lot of people weren't overly impressed with that shade or felt like it was kind of a wasted shade. It is, I don't know, it is not super pigmented white. Like if you're looking for a white, you know, this isn't going to be it. You can see it right here. It does have some micro glitter in there, which just kind of blends away when you use it on a brush. I think it is a great brow bone shade, you know, to highlight the brow bone. That's what I have on today. It's just nice. It gives a little highlight. Like I said, the glitter doesn't stick around. This pink shade right here above it or below it, depending on how you look at it, is called Cuteness Overload. And it also makes a nice brow bone highlight or an inner corner highlight. I have puppy eyes on both my inner corners and my brow bone today. And then this one right here, which is kind of a peachy shade. Oh, I'm sorry, I mixed up the names. This pink shimmer is called I Rough You, and this peachy shade is called Cuteness Overload. So all of these right here make a really great inner corner or inner part of the lid or brow bone highlight. This one's a little chunky or metallic for me to want to put it on my brow bone, but I definitely like it to highlight on the inner parts of the eye. And then I also put that turquoise Spoiled shade on the lower lash line, if you can see. So I love this look, how it turned out. I couldn't believe, you know, like I said, I wasn't necessarily going to use this palette today, but when I realized I went the whole week without using this shade that essentially started my lust for this product or for this palette, I was like, I can't not do that. So I absolutely love how the look turned out. So in my opinion, this is definitely a palette that can stand alone. You definitely have transition shades, crease shades, and then you just have a ton of shimmers to work with. My favorite shimmers, obviously, is this oil slick shade called Best Friends, this turquoise shade called Spoiled. I love this purple shade called TF Mascot. I'm going to swatch it for you just because my swatches that you would have seen already are by no means professional. I don't do live swatches so that you can see the reflect. And clearly I'm not a swatch queen looking at my hand right now, but this purple, oh, it's almost like a duochrome, but I couldn't even tell you what the duo part is. It's just this gorgeous purple and it really, really pops on the eyes. And then this green shade down here actually worked surprisingly well. Here's what it looks like. I don't know how well it'll swatch. Yeah, not too bad. You can see there, right here is that green. I really liked that. I did sort of an everyday look very first with this palette, using these two brown shades down here and then this green shade over most of the lid. And then I believe I used Cuteness Overload as an inner corner highlight. And that was a nice everyday. I mean, you could go to work in it, you could go to your kid's school and not get funny looks. So overall, this palette is amazing. Every single color is beautiful. The only one that I would say, meh, probably not gonna get the most use out of is this matte black. It's kind of the staple Too Faced thing to put a matte black with glitter, some kind of glitter in it, in like almost every palette, or dark shade with this micro glitter in it, and the glitter doesn't stay, so it really is pointless. I mean, it is just a matte black, and if you're looking to deepen up your look, you know, then that will work great for that. This one has just the faintest like royal blue glitter in it, and like I said, it does not show up on the eyes at all, but it is a nice matte black if you're looking to sort of anchor or build or darken your look. This yellow right here was the shade that I was definitely intimidated by, but when I recreated the look that my sister did a tutorial on, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. I think I could use that. I can make use of it, but look how pigmented that is. I mean, every single shade in here is well made and pigmented. I think this purple right here is absolutely similar to a shade in the Sweet Peach palette, but I really like that shade. I believe that shade in the Sweet Peach palette is called Peach Pit. I'll correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong. But if you're looking to add some real pops of color to your collection, especially, you know, pops of color that are not hard to work with. They're pigmented, but blendable and buildable. And for me, that's really important when I'm working with color. I just, super pigmented shadows tend to be a little bit intimidating to me, but these are pigmented and, you know, very easy to work with. So yeah, I just can't say enough good things about it. I really like this. I do recommend it if you're looking to add some color. I would suggest that you jump on it very soon if you're going to get it, because like I said, it's only available now on the Too Faced website. And you know, right now when I'm recording this video, it is still available. I checked this morning, but you know, again, if you're interested in this, you know, don't break the bank or anything, but if you're interested and it's within your budget, it's something you've been looking to add to your collection, I really like this one. I think I will get lots and lots and lots of use out of it. So yeah, that's all I have to say in terms of how this worked this week. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the looks and the demo. And if you did, please like this video, or as my daughter says, smash that like button with your thumb. Oh, and there's one more thing. I found a lipstick that perfectly goes with this look. In my opinion, it's got a dark plummy base. You would have seen this if you watched my February faves and fails, which actually probably won't go up till after this, but anyhow, this is MAC's Frost lipstick in the shade On and On. And it has a plum base, as you can see, because this is all I have on my lips, but it does have a turquoise reflect. I'll swatch it for you real quick. I am newly obsessed with this lipstick, and when I did this look today, like literally this lipstick is this oil slick shade in lipstick form. So I swatched it in an awkward spot. Oh geez, Kyra, come on. So as you can see, it has a teal reflect to it, and I am also not a contortionist, and it is just the same as this oil slick shade, which is called Best Friends, not an oil slick shade. But anyways, so that's what I'm wearing today. I thought it went together really well. I'm super pleased with the looks that I got out of this palette this week, but like I say almost every other week, I don't feel like I barely even touch on the versatility of this palette in terms of, you know, 5 looks in 5 days or whatever. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment telling me what palette was your favorite this week. Do you have the Clover palette? Are you interested in it? And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.